Hello everyone, I'm going to be making some soap today for our family. I'm going to show you what I have here to make one batch of soap. I have one mold and I'm using the recipe from Mary from the White Cottage Company. Her recipe is very simple and she explains it very well, and I'll link her YouTube channel below, and then I will go along the process as to how I make my very first batch of soap. So I have here a pitcher that I'm going to mix all of my oils in after they're heated, and my lye. So this is going to hold everything into the mold. And this is a polypropylene number 5 plastic. So that was recommended as what to put lye in because of the heat. So that's what that pitcher is. And I just got that from Dollar General. I have a mixer, Immersion Blender, that I actually showed all of this in a previous video, but this is an Ovente Immersion Blender, and I'll be using that to mix everything together. I have a whisk. This container is for my lye, because I'll need 9 ounces of lye. I have my safety glasses, long sleeves, and my gloves for when I'm handling the lye. Obviously my soap mold, and I did get this from Amazon. That's from my previous unboxing video. Some spatulas, my avocado, and my castor oil are my room temp oils. That's part of the recipe. I also have coconut oil and my shea butter, my shea butter I didn't have on my table. So this is the shea butter, and I'll link the recipe in the description box below as to how much of each you would use. I have titanium dioxide because I want our soap to be white, so this whitens it. And I have that already in one of these little solo cups that I picked up at the Dollar General. So there's a half a teaspoon in this little cup, and that's all I'll be using. If I need more, I'll add more, but I think that should be sufficient for one loaf of soap. My scale, my infrared thermometer to measure the temperatures of my oils and my lye, and I have my fragrance oil that I'm going to be using, oatmeal, milk, and honey. It smells incredible, and that's from Brambleberry. And I also have that measured out in my glass bowl there. I'm trying to get everything that I can get measured out ahead of time. So because this is my first batch, and you get nervous, especially working with the lye and making sure that everything is at the right temperature. So I wanted to make sure that I had everything ready that I needed to have ready, that I could prepare ahead of time. And that's probably the best way for someone who's new to it to start. And this pot I'm going to use to melt my hard oils on my stove. I didn't pick up a single burner from the store. I could have, and I just forgot to do it. So I'm just going to melt my hard oils on my stove in this pot and then transfer them to, I have some plastic containers. I have this plastic container, plus I have some more here. So, and these are all able to hold heat. You have to make sure of that. And then I have a strainer here, just in case I think that I might need to strain my lye solution before I pour it into my oils. I have that as well. I have this little spatula because I wanted to make a design on the top of my soap. Nothing fancy, just a little swirl maybe. And my husband does paint pouring, so I commandeered some of his tools. He does not know that. But in any case, I'm going to use this, I think, just to make a little swirl design on the top, just to make it a little bit fancy. I'm not putting any colors in this batch of soap. I'm going to probably do that later on when I have more experience in making soap in general. I did initially want to use this offset spatula, but I think that's just a little too big for that soap mold. And I'm going to do a little design on the top anyway, so I'm not going to make it flat. And that's that's all I have on my table here. I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to heat my oils, and then I'm going to come back and show you the process. Outside now on our front porch. I have the windows open because it's enclosed. I have my safety glasses and my gloves, and we're going to make our lye solution and let it sit out here until it cools down a little bit. So I have distilled water, and I need 12 ounces of that. My water is in my container, 12 ounces, so I'm going to measure out my lye. And I need 4.8 ounces of lye, and I have my scale here just to make sure that I do the right measurement. Now I'm going to pour my lye into my water, never the opposite. Always pour your lye into your water, not your water into your lye. melt my hard oils, and then I'm going to combine both when the temperature is right. As you can see, my lye is at about 143, so it's going to be a little bit before we can mix. My hard oils are melted, and right now they're about 180 degrees. So I'm going to add those to our room temp oil, and that should bring the temperature down. All right, so now we can check the temp of that. And we're at 128. So I have my lye and my melted oils here, and I'm going to check temperature again. My lye is at 121, and my oils are at 116. Ideally, I would like them to both be about 100. That seems to be the ideal temperature. So we'll just wait for that. So I'm just waiting for temps to come down. This is our avocado, castor, shea, and coconut oils all combined. And the temperature right now, 113. And our lye is at 114. So we're almost there. So while I'm waiting, I went ahead and added about a tablespoon of my liquid oil into a half a teaspoon of my titanium dioxide, and this is what's going to make the soap white. So I'm just mixing that up together, and that'll be ready for when the oil and the lye mixtures get mixed together. Okay, so we are about 105 for our lye and 105 for our oil. So we're ready to mix them together. I'm gonna get my gloves on. I have my titanium dioxide ready and my fragrance oil. Get my gloves on, and we're going to mix. I'm going to use my strainer because I want to make sure that I don't get any undissolved lye in my oils. And we're good. I'm going to mix this. And that was about 20 seconds. I'm just making sure that I don't have my batter mixing too quickly and thickening too quickly. So we're looking for trace, and I don't see that yet. We want to mix all the oil with the lye first. And our fragrance oil. And this should help it accelerate faster. It's like we're at trace just about. So I'm going to hand mix the rest. Making sure to get everything out of the blender that you can less cleanup, and, you know, less waste. It smells amazing. And that is at Trace. And that happened pretty quick. All right, so let's pour it in. I'm trying to eliminate air bubbles by using the spatula. It looks great. The recipe from White Cottage Company really is great, and it's simple. So a beginner, I've never made soap before, so there are a lot of recipes that I've seen. I just chose this one because it seemed the most simple to me, and I was able to follow along well with it. And you want to get all of your batter, just like a cake batter, right? You want to get all your batter into the mold here. Less waste, the better. And the cleanup. I'm actually very proud of myself. I'll wipe up that mold. A little bit of mess I made there. I'm gonna tap this. And I'm gonna do a little, just a little swirl, you know? Just make it look a little fancy on the top. Trying to get it in all the corners here. And so let's do a figure 8. It smells great. All right. Now, I know that some people spray the top of their soap with a little rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, sorry, to prevent soda ash. So I don't have that with me here in this room, so I'm going to do that off camera. But that is it. We made our first batch of soap. Success. Thank you for watching.